Hi, everybody. This is Joanna. Thanks so much for tuning in. We wanted to do a Gaia Speak oracle drawing today. We've got some oracle cards to do with inspiring our, oh, that was just so weird, inspiring our oneness with Gaia through activating our oneness with the entanglement of all. Knowing that we are micro, macro, we are holographic energies of heaven above and below. Within every center of an atom is the universe, codes and love and experiences and intelligence and wisdoms of the universe. And so too are we. We are the cells of Source Creator. And in that, Source Creator is constantly feeding us love and light. And it's up to us to remove all densities and illusions and beliefs that keep those membranes from receiving the light. This being a representation of the cell within us. Cells are the primary activations, along with other things within the ascension multidimensional bodies, and the divine elegance that is our evolution through light, are allowing all that we are to be renewed as light, to be the oneness of who we are as spirit and light, and to continue in the devotion and the communion of light in however way that we are aligned and excited to explore and express and experience. Remember, each being is on their own unique path to explore who they are, to experience who they are, to express who they are in different and unique ways. And why the path is never ever straight up. It's always a path of moving in and out of old beliefs and releasing them, finding new ones and releasing them, and transmuting and transforming as often as we can. And why there is no right or wrong. It's all about each soul learning about who they are, forgiving all that was, forgiving others, allowing it to be a path of love and compassion in oneness and unity. And in that, creating socio-altruism, which includes our socio-altruism with the planet and our oneness with her, and how we can inspire and infuse greater light within all programs of light within her supporting us in every way, water, air, food, and of course all of her love for us. As she co-creates in her genius, so do we, and vice versa. It's a symbiotic experience, and so too will us with all animals in nature. So we're calling upon the Elohim and the divine councils of light, the heavenly councils, galactic federation, star councils, the mothers and the fathers of the systems and the programs of light. Thank you, Holy Mother Fathers. We call forward all of our teams and all of our guides to assist us, and each and every one of us that gather in these sacred communions for us to know and explore and express all that we are as spirit and light, to activate and massage the codes of light, the codes of oneness, and the codes of unity for all that we are becoming more and more in every moment, loving all that we are more and more every moment, nurturing all that we are, so that we're able to take that sacredness and explore it in new ways and express it in new ways and truly honor who we are as beautiful beings of light, and to walk forward in honor and appreciation of who we are, for the pure joy of it. Just being in joy of who we are. We're meant to have fun. We're meant to be in this beautiful adventure. We're meant to be a part of this beautiful moment for moment adventure with Source Creator. The uncertainty, the unknown, the unseen, that is the joy of it. We're not meant to know everything, and we're allowing ourselves to slip more and more in this beautiful essence of who we are as a soulful being, not driven by ego and not driven by outcomes, but just surrendering into the source and the essence of who we are. Knowing that we're always cared for, we're always loved, we'll always be looked after, we'll always be supported. In that knowing creates. So let's talk about Gaia. Let's talk about the energies of Gaia. Let's talk about the consciousness of Gaia. It's a beautiful full moon through which many, those that are awakened, understand that we are becoming more and more and more aware that we are magnetic beings, that we are vibrational beings, what we feel and honor within ourselves and who we are becoming as a vibration, honoring our soul, calling our soul forward to live through us, that magnetizes to us. So the more aware we are working with this soulful essence, we're calling in those vibrational magnetics of that soul. And why we've always suggested that daily self-care is so important, that you're clearing away what you're no longer wishing to magnetize, and you're magnetizing in an alignment of who you choose to be, with greater consciousness and greater awareness and greater direction of who you are as a being of light. Therefore, magnetizing in more vibrancy of who you are, more care for who you are, more loving relationships that vibrate in that similar care and honoring experience. And so that allows us to understand that the full moons, all that Gaia is, all life and all experiences of this cycle of ascension and evolution, are also moving through their unique cycles of becoming. So the more attuned you are that life is speaking to you, Source is speaking with you, Spirit is speaking with you, you catch on to the attunement of the symbols and the messages and the synchronicities that are meant just for you. And you can wake up every morning you know, in doing your daily self-care, and you can align yourself and attune yourself and ask your teams and your guides to send messengers and totems and synchronicities to you, through which you can begin feeling into your vastness of who you are as a soul, and begin attuning to the vibrations and the stories that is always constantly being threaded to you and with you. Because remember, we can place ourselves within the micro and the macro of anything that nature has to offer. If we choose to understand a consciousness of a bird collective, we can do that. Just by tuning in and threading our awareness and our intention of pure love with that, I am one with this consciousness, like how can we connect with you? Then we're threading in the vibrations and the stories that are already there with us, as we are all things. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. So we're just going to tune into a Gaia collective experience. Thank you, Spirit. I'm so in reverence of all spirit and all life. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to be a conduit for life and spirit that is in the unseen. So we're allowing our honor of who we are as a sacred tribe to live in symbiosis of who we are as a sacred being with our collective of animals and nature and Gaia energy. Anybody and any consciousness group or collective that would like to come through for a collective message for our family upon earth here, for those that so desire to tune in with us. Thank you. Thank you. We are a collective of sacred shamans within Inner Earth. And we offer you and invite you to become more inquisitive and more experiential, more experimental about who you are and the wisdoms that you carry within you, about your alchemy with Earth and the opportunities that Earth offers you for alchemy. For many of you understand, perhaps in a very surface way, what alchemy is. And of course, those that are deepening their knowing of who they are, alchemy is quite different. Changing as your depth and your richness of who you are. For that is your depth and your richness with Source, is it not? Are you not deepening and alchemizing who you are as you sink within and soften within your richness as Source? And those that are moving through ascension, those as such, the conduit has moved through many aspects of transformation with Source in many ways. And all moments can be an alchemic experience. It's no different from how you experience your oneness with your planet. For your intention and your delight to dance with her is an alchemy in and of itself. Where your intention begins, your perspective begins, does it not? How you perceive something begins to change it. So you perceive something in the wildest joy of being alchemy with it. All Source, still in various forms of consciousness that serve you in happy and delightful ways, if you so choose to perceive it that way. How may you soften within the alchemy of this and become one with it? No difference in how you allow yourself to feel the embodiment of all nature. So we offer this to you, shamans, awakening shamans and magicians. What is your alchemy within that of Source in any one moment? Can you feel the richness and the depth of who Spirit is, the Mother and the Father, creators of all life? What does that mean for you and feel for you to explore? Soften within the richness of all that is life, for it is there for you to be a part of this alchemic dance. For it shifts you within and without. Absolutely it does. For you feel oftentimes that you are a physical being, separate from all life, but as you awaken, you will understand that that is farther from the truth, for you are the fluid movement of all that is life. Amate se anaya katea ma ete naya teke anaya. Hi amate shishiara kadagala shishiana. We at the kashima kadama kadakashishin. Hey, amamakata the ke te ke a te ka. Oh, anakata ke te ke ana akata ke shishia te ka. Si ama e te ke shishi ananakata ke ana e te ke si anakate se ana yakata e si ama a te ke si a te ke shi a. Oi amamakata te ke si anakata ke. Hey, amamaka. Ai amamakataki. Hi shishi mamaka. Ai tiki shishi ama kataki shishi amaka. I am a makatake shishi altake altake mamakataka. Te shishi mamakataka, I am a makataka shishi and the kataka shishi, and the makataka and the kataka altake shishi and the kataka altake shishi and the kataka. Shishi mamakataka take and the katake shishi and the kataka mamakataka altake. I'm a makatake shishi kataka and the kai. Thank you, Holy Mother, Father. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, everybody. Oh my gosh, that was so fun. So I find it sometimes so hard to stop. I just want to keep, I would do it forever, ever and ever. So many things that were happening in there. Oh my gosh. Various inner and outer earth shamans, the fairies, the pixies, the gnomes, different earth consciousness, various consciousness from earth experiences on other dimensions and other planets were tuning in. That very last part there was Aldor from Galactic Federation that was coming in to offer us a channel for those that so desire that were going to receive those codes. For it's obviously it's somebody in the audience that's listening, now or future now moments, that there are beings in various light ships around the planet that assist us in awakening our inner shaman, if you will. They're words that we have. They're the words that allow us to express our ability to create multidimensional oneness and entanglement and shamanism and alchemy and love and gratefulness and Gaia Speak. I've always called it Gaia Speak since I've been doing Ascension. the ability just to tap into the consciousness fields of Gaia and all God consciousness, all spirit consciousness. Everything has a consciousness vibration, and they're threads within the story, within the weaving of source, within the weaving of consciousness templates, within the weaving of dimensional vibrations. Every experience is every experience is a vibration. Those experiences that collectively gather and meet are called dimensions. So various beings in a collective that vibrate at a third dimensional experience will experience third dimensional reality Earth. Because of Earth is awakening, the mass awakenings that's happening on Earth, all over the world, there are those that are experiencing 3D Earth and those that are experiencing a 5D Earth. And so we're weaving the vibrations together. So we're calling everyone's along for the ride. Everyone has a unique pacing. Everyone experiences a different Earth. Everyone has different potentialities. Everyone is open into the infinite. But it's up to each and every one of us to know that and to perceive it. And so what Elder was saying is that, thank you, to return to that message, thank you. I'm so grateful, thank you. So that those that are excited, and have many of my clients and many of you that have followed us for so many years, to receive the consciousness and the songs that is within the all that is the omnipresence and weaving in and out of Gaia consciousness, you will have those activations and those stories. So Aldar was saying that there are those that are in light ships that also work with Gaia consciousness, spirit elementals, and Elohim. Hi, Shishi. That work with those spirit consciousness. Various forms of codes and sacred geometry along Gaia's consciousness, and the codes through sacred geometry and light codes and all that is source creator. All that is source creator, all that is source creator, all that is source creator. In all things, all moments. And there are those that are a part of the divine mind, the divine plan, that bathe those codes and work those codes. Various beings, one of my many roles, galactic roles, is not only ambassador of peace, where I go into warring systems and I help infuse light and help create common ground between those that are of discordance and dissonance, bringing peace within those. And in those roles of galactic, galactic federation, light, ambiance, bringing light to systems of discordance and bringing light to systems that are dense and needing of light assistance. There's also parts of my galactic role that is working on segment and coordinates of galactic space, if you will. Quadrants, they're called, in galactic and celestial light work. And we work on certain quadrants of space and bringing light and work with those codes, sacred geometry codes that are infused in segments of space, the codes of light. We don't have words to explain what that is. We say codes, it's a word, but it's how to work with light, to work with the harmonics of light through the divine mind, the divine eye of God, source, creator, light programs, evolutionary programs, for aspects of the quadrants of space that require it based on the overall plan of light for any one section of space, if you will, to assist with all other sections. Again, there's infinite and intricate weaving of light and intelligence. And so Aldar was just suggesting that those of us that are really excited to work with Gaia and work with energy and consciousness and the Gaia speak in whatever way that we are, because there's words that I'm saying that are even beyond what we have names for right now, like working with tonics and herbs and how to send light to the consciousness in various aspects of nature. Then those codes are being deposited, and it's up to us to go and seek them and play with them and bring them into the anchoring 3D space. Because remember, we are all source essence creating matter. So how excited you are to evolve as spirit, as light, as nature essence is all that you are excited to explore. Then you have those opportunities that source and spirit will always guide you to the experience of who we are in our allness. And so we wanted to do, thank you Spirit, and thank you the Galactic Federation. We wanted to take one of our one of our favorite light decks, and it was to do with trees and the energy of trees and their messages for us, and they're always with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're creating a timeline of benevolence and light. Thank you to the Holy Spirit of Gaia. Thank you to the consciousness of Gaia that we are speaking with right now for trees and nature to bring forward any messages for us. We thank the Galactic Federation. We thank all that I am as a spirit conduit to assist in communicating stories and wisdoms and energies to those that so desire, that are excited to commune and co-create within us in a sacred way, in honoring of all life and honoring of all light, for the evolution of all species and all galaxies and planets. Thank you. I'm so grateful. I'm so honored. They're saying thank you. We're so happy that you're feeling happy again to entangle with the various vibrations and harmonics that is Source Creator. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. For there's an infinite number of harmonics that each and every one of us have the potentiation to begin to explore. I'm thinking to soak within all of the different vibrations and the beings that are already available for you to speak with, as the conduit Joanna showing you. As soon as I just drop into the consciousness of Gaia, there's just an infinite number of messages that are coming through. And I can feel the story vibration. So how I'll explain it to you is when I drop into the consciousness, or I thread my way into a consciousness collective through intention and the pure experience that I have as the Christ consciousness, there are just vibrational packages. And then my body and brain and systems of light begin to interpret. Although they're saying it's a multidimensional simultaneous experience, because I'm already interpreting the message before I receive it. But because of the brain and how the brain creates sound, it's not as simultaneous as just receiving the message. That's why when I explain the gifts of intuitive sensing and reading, oftentimes I can know the story just by having it being placed in my body or my fields. But it takes me so long just to explain it. You know, it's so easy when I just get the message and I'm sitting here, yes, that's a great story. And that story could be like a book that's 500 pages long. That's how profound these elegant tapestries that Source is. It's in the center of every atom, the whole universe, inside of every atom. Every atom. I mean, that's God. God knows what God's doing. We just got to relax and have fun. Oh my gosh, I just pulled this a few minutes ago, Pomegranate. Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. Aren't we all just, oh my God, I pulled this one too. I pulled this one just a second ago. Incredible. Oh, I love that. I love that. I already know what this one is. I already know what this one is. This is the vibrancy and the zest for life. That's what the orange represents, and how we allow ourselves to soften within the sweetness of all that is life. Life is always showing us how sweet life is. We're always entangled, and we're always have life around us and surrounding us. It's just up to us to perceive ourselves as a part of it, a part of the bunch. We're a part of the bunch. It's so delicate. It's so amazing. It's so elegant. And we're always held safely within the embodiment that is Source supporting us. Whatever way that we're excited to grow and experience life, to create more zest for ourselves, it's always there, here, there, always, always. It's omni, Source. So amazing. It's so amazing. And I know Pomegranate, oh my gosh. And I'm just going to look this other one up. Oh, that's so beautiful. So this is really amazing that these two came out together. Again, we've talked about in our previous show, the micro macro. Or did we talk about it today? Micro macro, we always talk about it. This is the inner sanctuary and the inner sanctity of who we are as spirit, and how we are cultivating our own. Remember, Jesus was saying that the glow of self-responsibility is how you hold yourself sacred, and the sanctity of you. That's your journey with spirit, that nothing comes in between or above or below. It's just, we can choose it to be as we become separate from Source, but as we awaken, we become more embodied in our oneness and our essence and our sanctity of Source, of light, of perfection, of who we are, have always been Source. We choose our bodies, we create our bodies through the essence of who we are. That's why the more enlightened you get, the more capacity you have to change and alter the physicality of who you are. And you start seeing yourself physically change, the more enlightened you become, because you're becoming the light, the sanctity of your light that you choose, the body that you choose to carry. And this is the sacred journey, the inner journey of who we are, the pomegranate, the inner journey of who we are. And again, we see the sacred geometry and the codes that is all culminating with our message today. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I love you so much, Spirit. Thank you. And how we're nourishing and cultivating life, a new life within it and without. new life that we cultivate within. Who am I today? And what do I want to create? Connectedness with my children, with the earth, with plants, with nature, with the beautiful food that Gaia embodies. How can I honor this inner sanctuary and the sanctity of who I am? And why we talked about in many of our shows that when you begin to feel your sacredness and just breathe for a few minutes every day, I'm sacred, I have such sanctity within me. And you begin feeling into those energies, you're awakening those codes and bathing the density of anything that held you not sacred, whether it was comments from when you were little or another timeline, or, you know, the energies that we walk within our collective about how degrading and negative the sometimes the collective vibrations and the energies are, that we're all here to clear and heal through positive mindsets, through positive consciousness and awareness. And then you hold yourself with great lush abundance and sweet abundance and richness of abundance that we're cultivating within ourselves. Do we cultivate self-love? Do we cultivate self-awareness? Do we cultivate self-joy and self-happiness just to simply be who we are? Are we cultivating that? Are we allowing ourselves to play within who we are? Are we allowing ourselves to transform within our cultivation? So yes, I want to be this today, and I'm going to allow this transformation. I'm not going to have it unfold in a certain time period. I'm going to release expectation. I'm going to release control, and I'm just going to flow with source today. Because I know that I'll be held. I'll be held safely in the womb. I know that there's going to be fruit and abundance come to me, through me, for me. I'm beginning to trust it now. I mean, goodness, I've made it this far. Most darkest times of my life, I've made it. God will always put me back together. God will always show me you are sacred. You are, there's such sanctity within you. Do we see then, do we feel, and do we know, and are we feeling into that sacred geometry of who we are and what that sacred geometry holds within it? Again, micro, macro, the center of every atom. There's so much sacredness. We're sacred. We're so sacred. We're so sacred. Thank you, Gaia, and the essence of the trees. Thank you. And have that zest for being sacred. It's okay. It's okay to be sacred. It's okay to walk differently. It's okay to hold yourself high. It's okay to hold others high and be okay to be that soft one in the crowd. It's okay to be the kind one. It's okay to be the one that others make fun of, because others might not have their heart chakras open and they might not understand. They might not get it. They might never get it. That's okay. Send all light. They're all a part of the family. It's all a part of the sacred seed that is source, trying to figure their own way out. It's okay. How do you figure yourself out of density? Well, you got to start within. You got to find yourself sacred somewhere. It's got to start within. It always does. You'll always be led back within, always within, always within. Nothing outside of you. Precious begins here. Sanctity begins here. And then you hold yourself with that. And it's okay that you might be the only one doing it in your neighborhood. That's okay. But you're holding that standard of light. You're holding that standard of beauty. You're holding that standard of who you are as a Pleiadian, as a Sirian, as an Arcturian, as a cosmic being that's meant to be here. You are meant to be here to create light for Gaia. You're meant to be here to be that Gaia speaker that creates an open portal for others to activate their fields and know that there's codes in there for someone, and someone's going to get it and say, I can create a tonic with this herb over here. I can create something over here with that flower over there. She's offering it to us. We're open, we're awake. And we don't need to put billions and billions of dollars into pharmaceuticals that only mask the problem and never resolve it at a multidimensional level, and only, you know, perhaps oftentimes just create more instability and imbalance because of the, because of the synthetic energies that are not natural and organic. Remember, we're natural organic beings. So anything synthetic that goes within us, synthetic, is not a natural experience, and the body will at some point try to commune with it in a synthetic way or organic way. So again, feel into how you are sacred and sanctity of what you choose to create for yourself, and nurture yourself and navigate and embody that for yourself, to have your inner shrine sacred and honor your inner shrine. Choose the company and choose the entertainment and choose the sounds and the energy that you choose for the sanctity of you, because that nourishes your sanctity. And if others are okay or not okay with it, they're on their own journey, you know? So be okay with you. Be okay with you and your journey. Be okay with creating sanctity within you. And you'll see after a time that You're holding yourself in different light, and you're caring for yourself in different light. You're co-creating for you in different light. You're co-creating for all that is in a different light. And you're setting new vibrational standards for you, and that's all that matters. And other people will wake up when they're ready, and they'll follow their own sacred journey, and they'll do their own sacred thing, if they so desire or not. It's all a unique journey. So allow everyone their unique path, and release judgment and pettiness. Just allow. It's all sacred. Each and every one of us are sacred children here. All equally sacred little children in a playground of beautiful sacredness. So honor it. And we have our beautiful oracle from the Hidden Worlds. I love this deck. Lucy Cavendish, I think. Yes. It's one of my favorite decks. The Oracle of Hidden Worlds. And these are really high vibrational deck. I love Lucy Cavendish's decks. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you. Thank you. And our message today, ooh, I love this. Oh my gosh, how wonderful, because today is the full moon. Thank you. So the two cards that we're going to pull is the Dawn Watcher, caretaker, guardian, and support of all Gaia and all energy and all light. The Dawn Watcher. So there's always beings that are here supporting us and our intention and our excitement for who we are and how we want to explore ourselves. There's always people that are looking out for us in consciousness and beings and energies and elementals and love that is source. Just call upon it. Say, I want to call upon the highest light that's going to assist me in understanding Gaia, or understand the oceans and understand aquatic animals. Source is always all things, the all-seeing eye. And there's many interpretations of this, and I have my own. And every person will have their own of the all-seeing eye. To watch over and protection and love and guidance, that's source. We do that for our children, do we? Right? Just know that there's an aspect of your consciousness that's always overlooking your children. I know I can sense it and feel it. I intend it. Just watch over them and play with them and watch them play when I'm not with them, and just have that part of consciousness that just prays and sends light and honors them and holds them in the most high when they're feeling low. And this is the full moon temple. Dun, dun, dun. Full moon temple. Celebration, peak, transcendent moment. How beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. Isn't that gorgeous? Create ceremony for yourself. Let go of what needs to be released. Honor the cycles of who you are. Honor the embodiment of who you're becoming. Honor the embodiment of all that you have ever been. From the stars and from the moons and from all that is, you are sanctified. You so choose to. Create your temple. Create your temple and honor it and hold it dear. Compromise it for no one and no thing. And you'll always be overflowing. You will always be lifted up above the all. Hold yourself high. See, the full moon will always hold yourself. Bring everything that needs to be pulled up from the subconscious and everything that needs to be pulled from the densities and the darkness that you've held down and suppressed and depressed. And it'll always be lifted. Through your surrendering into it, I acknowledge this density that I've been carrying, and it's not who I am anymore. It's not what I choose. I choose to be the light and the honor of who I am. I choose this. I get to choose. I'm a part of God consciousness and source consciousness and spirit, the omnipresence. I choose something different for myself. And in that, creation changes. I choose a new timeline. I choose a new experience. I choose a new reality. I choose a new version. I choose to release what does not serve me in this now moment, for I get to choose the direction of my destiny. And no one and no thing can choose over it, under it, affect it. Can't. Your unique destiny was source. Your consciousness, your commandmentship of you was source. Your story, you get to write. Letter by letter, word by word, page by page, you write it. It's your communion with source. In all of the years that I've been doing the ascension, in the downloads and all of the stuff that I've channeled and co-created, in honor of the spirit and honor of the path of ascension, and honoring the explanation of the elegance of the various things that we are going through ascension and transformation. They've been that co-creative journey of me with spirit. It's been the embodiment of me with spirit when I'm creating those documents and those illustrations. And then when I'm channeling it, it becomes something more, and becomes something more, it becomes something more. The story is always changing and being embodied in new ways. Every time I use them in classes and private sessions, they're always being used in new and different ways. It's my story. It's my story, my vibration. And I say that with great elegance, because each and every one of you have your own unique story where you are creating your story with source in the way that you choose. I'm only offering this as part of my benevolent offering to humanity. I adore humanity. I've been here so many times. I'm an old soul, and I'm ready to express and explore myself, as a new phase of me, a new beautiful phase of me. And I honor the work that I've done. I've done it with pure integrity for no reason to gain anything besides sharing wisdom with humanity, sharing the potential that we are as humans, creating through essence of spirit, so that we create new fields of light and potential and stories and songs for all species and all generations to inspire our oneness, to inspire our connectedness and our symbiotic experience with Source and Gaia as Gaia. It's been a great ride. It's been so profound and so exciting and so elegant. And we wish you divine blessings of this beautiful full moon. And we hope that you enjoy all of the beautiful energies that we are being blessed. And just call in the teams and call in your guides, entangle with them, communicate, commune, sit within that presence of your heart and just open up to receive, just open up to listen and to hear. Create sacredness with your bodies and your fields of light. Do regular clearing and cleansing. Cultivate beautiful joy and happiness for who you are and who you are becoming as spirit. You're remembering yourself as a multidimensional, omnipresent, universal being. And we love you so very much. And there's so many beings of consciousness that are wanting to commune and co-create with you and just love you and just embody that love with you. And we're so happy to be a part of the beings and the teams that just offer us in co-creative communion. And we love you so much. We love you so much. I'm so happy that I get to share all of the messages from Spirit. There's so many messages that are with me right now, and I'm kind of being distracted. There's lots of downloads coming in my field, and I can only say so much. Sometimes the words that we use are so limiting, because right now there's a multidimensional conversation going on right now, and I can't share it all with you. So I'm putting out as many videos as I can for those that so desire to explore themselves in new ways and know that you're connected with all things, with all sources. So just drop within your heart and call Spirit forward. Call your soul, call your higher self. Live through me today. Allow me to awaken. Allow me to be more representative of my true self. Allow me to sing an authentic song that's just for me. Allow me to explore and experience myself in an authentic way so that I honor myself. I hold myself up high and I start renewing myself as the spirit of source. And I absolutely feel myself touching all that is creation and being a part of it. That's what's so special. We are alchemizing. We're alchemizing new light, new love for planet Earth. And we're so happy and excited. For those that would like to donate, our link is below. Thank you so much. We absolutely rainbow you. We love you so much. Bye. Thank you, Gaia. Bye. Thank you, Spirit.